Saturday.
Alan, what do you make of Warren Gatland saying it's a bit of a free shot? Is that just a few mind games?
It's a strange one, I think, because normally he would kind of talk down Ireland a bit and question their abilities and the way they play. He's done that a few times over the years, and he's intriguing to listen to, and he brings excitement back into the Six Nations. And like I said, he's a proven track record. For them saying it's a free shot, I think he probably means that Ireland are ranked number one team in the world. He's gone down the road of kind of building up Ireland, saying they're a brilliant team, and it's going to be really difficult for his side. Nobody expects Wales to win. So I think that's where he's gone. But, behind the scenes, they're going to be so pumped. They're under a lot of pressure. There's a lot of stuff that's gone on, as Matt alluded to, controversies in the Welsh Rugby Union, the results in, Georgia beating them in November, Italy beating them the last game of the Six Nations. They're a very proud rugby nation, and they've always been tough to beat. So I think he's kind of indicating that it's a free shot because people don't expect them to win. But make no mistake about it, he's confident, and he will believe, and he will make his players believe that they can go out and win this game. And it's a very dangerous prospect for Ireland. But I suppose there's a little bit less pressure when you're not expected to win. There's probably a little bit more pressure. That's how you absorb that pressure on the Irish team, given what happened in 2019 and the expectation, the excitement going into that World Cup or to that Six Nations where England turned us over in that first game in Dublin. And it started a spiral of really poor results. Ireland being in a bit of a rut and everyone fancying their chances. So I think the team are better equipped this time. They've more to their game plan. They've more to their attack. But they're going to be under no illusions. Warren Gatland is going to have his team really pumped up, a lot of experience in there, and they're going to try and frustrate Ireland and go after them physically. So it's a really intriguing battle. It's one that on paper you think Ireland should win this game. Their form is better. They're in a good place, but we're all pretty anxious and aware of what happened in 19, and hopefully that'll help the team as well. They're conscious too, so they know they're going to have to really roll up their sleeves here, that this team is going to be really pumped up for them, and they'll try and implement a game plan to stop Ireland. But the free shot scenario is really trying to take a little bit of pressure off his team.
Matt, he also said this week he probably got it wrong with Johnny Sexton missing out in that Lions tour. Sexton this week has also made it clear that he, was a big hurt for him, and it sort of gave him a chance to get things back on track, and look how good his form's been since then. But what do you make of that situation? Like, why is he addressing that? Obviously he was asked about it, but is there anything in that?
Look, I think what long-term coaches have is honesty, and they learn, as in evaluating their own performance, and they learn and grow, like all of us. And Gatland's been around a long time, long time. He started coaching Ireland, I think it was 98, might have been 97. He's been around a long time. And he would have looked back and seen the progress of what he did with selecting Marcus Smith even as a replacement, not selecting Johnny straight up, seeing what Smith's done since then and what Sexton's done. And he'd look back and say, wow, I made a big mistake. He didn't address Gary Ringrose's failure to be selected either, which was a big mistake, and probably James Ryan as well. But Sexton was obviously the huge one. And, let's give Gatland credit. It takes a person with some character to publicly say, look, I got it wrong and I regret it. And he obviously does. Now, Johnny, being the ultra-competitive individual he is, might say, well, that's all very good, Gaddy, but I'm going to jam it down your throat come Saturday. But I don't think there's anything but honesty in that answer, and I think we've got to give him a bit of respect for the honesty. And I think there's another aspect to this. Gaddy's attitude is like Quinny said. He's a great one for manipulating the press like Eddie Jones used to do. Praise your opponent, say there's no pressure on us. Everything's on you. You're a great team. we're just going out there. If we're going to make it, we're going to swing a few, and if one lands, we'll take it. Now we all know behind the scenes that's a gross understatement of what really is going to happen. And Wales, I think, will go back to was a ball, gaddy ball, whatever you want to call it, a similar version of it, something the team's got confidence in, and they'll go at them. And that sort of game plan goes at Sexton too. They'll run at Johnny in attack, try and keep the ball, lots of kicking, deny Ireland lineouts, keeping the ball in play, and then their own set piece will be huge, which is going to be a massive day for Finlay Bealham, because that's what they're coming at him for sure.